Today, more than 59 lakh cases are pending in the high courts, with more than 10 lakh cases in the Allahabad High Court itself. The Sikkim High Court has the least, that is 171 cases. Total cases pending in all the courts in India are about 4.92 crores, and in the Supreme case itself there are about 69,000 cases which are pending. The total number of convicts, the under trial convicts and the juveniles muster up to more than about 6 lakhs, and the sufferers are the under trial convicts for whose charge sheets have not been filed, and they do not know when their charge sheet will be filed because there is no timelines. So who is suffering? It is you, the citizens of India, who are suffering. Do we need to suffer because of the inefficiency of the judiciary, inefficiency of the law and order agencies? No. So this government has flowed a bill on the 11th of August 2023 called the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Bill, or the BNS, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, that is the BNSS, and the Bharatiya Sakshya Bill of 2023, that is the BS. These are a replacement of the colonial era codes, that is the Indian Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, or a CRPC, and the Indian Evidence Act of 1872. So dosto, during the British time, their aim was basically to protect the empire, to protect the state and punish the offenders. उनका मकसद citizens का welfare नहीं था. Their aim was basically to rule with a stick. But today times have changed. The welfare of the citizens have to be taken care of. Judgments have to be fast, decisions have to be fast, trials have to be fast tracked, so that charge sheets can be filed and only the convicts go to jail. So it is you citizens who are suffering. So you must know what this new bills are all about, which have got about 313 changes from the old colonial codes that were in existence. So please listen to this video till the end so that you know what is good for you and which will benefit your welfare, so you can stand up for what is the truth. Before I give out the changes of these three new bills, I will just touch upon what is the IPC, the CRPC and the Indian Evidence Act, which have been invoked till today. Indian Penal Code is the official criminal code of India. It is a comprehensive code intended to cover all substantive aspects of criminal law, and it came into vogue in 1834 under the Charter Act of 1833, and it was put into force in India during the British rule in 1962. It did not apply to the princely states who had their own rules and laws which were promulgated by the head of the states at that time. The IPC is divided into 23 chapters consisting of 511 sections and cover all that is under the array of criminal law, that is your offences basically. Then is the Code of Criminal Procedure, that is the CRPC. This is basically the main legislation on procedure for administration of substantive criminal law in India. It is again a baggage from the colonial time, and it deals with public nuisance, prevention of offences, maintenance of wife, child and parents. This act contains 484 sections, 2 schedules and 56 forms. The sections are divided into 37 chapters, and these cover all the offences such as murder, homicide, rape and so on, like theft and maligning, defamation. Then coming on to the Indian Evidence Act, which was promulgated in 1872. This also was put into force during the British Raj and contains a set of rules and allied issues which govern accessibility and putting forth the evidences related to the crimes and the justice thereafter. This act basically have 11 chapters, 167 sections, and it came into force on 1st September 1872 when India was part of the British Empire. So we having the same laws for the last 125 years. So now we have the 3 bills which have been floated in the parliament by the Home Minister Shri Amit Shah. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita will replace the IPC. The Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Samhita will replace the CRPC, and the Bharatiya Sakshya will replace the Indian Evidence Act. There are 313 changes, and I will give out the highlights of these changes which will benefit us by having fast trials, a scheduled timeline for framing of charge sheets, responsibility of the police and the law and order authorities to file the charge sheets and put the convicts on the dock. This will also reduce the pending court cases and assist the economically and financially weaker sections who generally bear the brunt of the law and order authorities. And finally, these will help in deterrence of crimes and have speedy law and justice done to the concerned criminals. The highlights of these 3 laws are basically scrapping of section 124A, which deals with sedition and laying down specific timelines, improving quality of evidence and ensuring integrity and providing relief and protection to victims. The codes will be in simple language which will be understandable to the layman. Envision stricter punishment for crimes against women and children. Decongest the jails and fast track justice for the innocent people. It will define terrorism in a newer light and also bring lynching into the gambit of crime and mob activities too. Summary trials will be done for lower kind of offences where community service as punishments will be introduced. Time-bound trials will be there. Then there will be provision of recording of statement of women who have been subjected to domestic violence or sexual abuse by women magistrates at their residence or place of occurrence itself. Charge sheets have to be filed within 90 days by the police authority, and responsibility will lie on the police and the law and order authorities itself. Judgments have to be given within 30 days and extra 30 days will be adjusted or allotted, but with specific reasons. First time offenders, except for death sentence and life imprisonment, after completing 1/3 of their punishments, will be given a chance for bail / freedom if their conduct has been good and they have not been indulging in any of the criminal offences that they have been doing. 120 days deadline for seeking sanction of prosecution of civil servant and non-adherence by competent authority will be taken as a sanction, and the proclaimed offender will be tried in absentia and their properties can be confiscated or disposed as the law says so. Some more issues which have been brought under the gambit of these laws are sexual exploitation of women under the pretext of marriage, job, promotion, gang rapes can get a sentence of life imprisonment, and gang rape of a minor can lead to death sentence also. Acts of secession / subversive activities, separatist activities endangering sovereignty of the nation and unity and integrity of India can lead up to life imprisonment or even death. There will be a 15 days timeline for filing of FIRs, or also 0 FIRs will be there, and then within 15 days the police station where the FIR has been filed has to transfer the concerned FIR to the police station under whose jurisdiction the act has taken place. Any forensic activity being done will have to be videographed, and also search and cordon activities or any other search activities have also to be videographed by the search authorities to prove in the court of law. Various offences will be gender neutral. These changes are basically done with keeping citizen welfare as the main concern, so that the concept of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Prayas is done in totality to improve the quality of life of the citizens. And these laws have basically not been amended just out of the blue. A proper study was done and report of various law commissions have been taken into account. Inputs have been taken from many judicial academies, 22 law universities and 42 MPs cutting across party lines have formed a commission who have gone through each aspect of change. This commission also had retired and serving judges of Supreme Courts and High Courts, also serving heads of police of various states, and inputs were taken also from the retired police officers. So the changes have been holistic, and let us see how it works out for the benefit of the situation. You can give your comments in the comment box below, and thank you for listening to the complete video. If you have liked this video, please share it amongst your friends and subscribe to my channel to know more about the latest topics. Jai Hind.